All right. Now they talk about. Oh, hear that.
Hello.
Now I know a lot of people find that rude. Some people don't, but I do. What do you reckon, Emma, when people go?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
doesn't
know.
bother. Did that bother you? No, that means you don't care.
Not at the moment.
But me, it bothers me because I got brought up that that was rude, and when I did it as a kid, I had a parent go, "Cut it out. That is rude. Stop it. You don't need to clean teeth like that. Go somewhere else." Right? There's certain noises that certain people in upper class areas find quite rude and irritating. Right? And they even call these people slobs and stuff. Usually, they come from people that talk like that.
Collective or make too much.
But as slobs, as they would say, usually don't care
Thank you guys.
because they do it themselves.
I don't think I do that.
Nah, you don't. So in Emma's case, that's not the truth, but that's why I said some and usually. Yeah. What annoys Emma is that. Don't you, Emma?
Yeah.
She can't stand it. She pulls face. Now, when I hear that sound, so Emma understands, that's what it's like to me. Right, besides what I went through and how it taught me to be like that. Now, they do say, you know, if it relates, let me know in comments. Well, I've talked about that on my account, everybody. Good luck with that. And I'm about to talk about what can relate and why wouldn't they comment? And if they don't comment and things that did relate, would you believe it could be you and something's going on? And if you're seeing a lot of these clips that are constantly like this, what would you think? And that's all I've got to say at this moment. Yeah, we're going to get an ad, as this person loves to have lots of ads in their clips.
It's the family room, okay?
Yeah, that's how they make money, so you can call it. Some clips you don't, as we've noticed, and some clips we do, right? And the ones that like money would have more clips, as if you're a poor person, they believe that you will watch their clip no matter how much ads they got. And so if they're that cool, and you will do that, then they make more money. That's how it works, Emma.
Yeah.
Huh? See, because if you're not cool and you have too many ads, people aren't going to watch your clip, they're not going to watch the ads, and blah, 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 blah. But if you know someone's guaranteed going to watch you, then you'd bang heaps of ads up there because they would be willing to take it or pay to not have the ads. Huh? It's all part of making people want to, you know, do what they need to do for people.
You're right. A family room, somebody has left a family room empty, but somebody's in despair.
Left the family room empty. Well, I did want to join a group, right? And if you could relate and give them stories and connect with them and join them, but they don't want to listen, you could call that leaving a family room. True, Emma?
Good.
Yeah.
Telling you, y'all, they is depressed. Okay? Yeah, about a choice they made in a past life situation.
Yeah, if this family abandoned you and never really met you face to face, which is what I've said to Emma, I can't wait to meet them face to face. A quick thing. Why do you hate tarot, Emma? Is that because I watch it too much? Because I'm not getting an answer? And when I hear things relate and see it going through us, I talk about it too much and connect it, but then there's nothing real because they can't even comment to it?
Yeah, that's a huge part, yeah.
Yeah. And I understand that part too, right? But that's
I don't
that.
believe in it, but
Yeah, she doesn't believe it. They say it's entertainment. We've talked about it before. But that's part of their trick, to piss one off to get the plan on the other, right? When it comes to if you want to set people up and separate them and make them look like something they're not, right? And it starts to think I'm a bit crazy, listening to things, but I'm actually smart about what I'm trying to do to get an answer, and no one wants to answer. I just said to Emma before, I said, I can put up all these clips, tell them that I've put up the clips and everything. So this is pretty odd, eh, everybody? Or I've been hacked, blocked in this area, because in real life, people can block transmissions in circle areas. You see it in movie stuff. They've been able to do it for a while. Police can do it. They can shut down internet. The Chinese do it now in certain areas to certain people. They can radio wave block you, have people around, all that kind of stuff. So me to be blocked wouldn't be too hard if you have people with money or work with a group, right? Which is what these people talk about all the time, cult. And so more likely they're blocking me to these people if they're readers or they're part of it, right? And they use block to pretend that someone's blocking them or they're not getting information, right? So it's either one, someone's blocking us from connecting, as they've talked about in stories, or they're part of it, right?
They were supposed to make a decision.
I already know what's part of things because I've tried to do the true story. Like they say, if someone steals from you, report. But those truths don't work for me. So I know in certain areas what they're doing. You see, everybody? And that's why I'm avoiding certain things and behaving in different ways to make sure certain things don't get done onto me when it comes to traps.
Love. They could have been trying to manifest you, Empress.
And right at the moment when it comes to traps, there's a person who's already set me up, who's already stole from me, beaten me up, and now using an account, could be his friend, with his name, this person's name, to continually harass and bully me to get a trigger. Isn't that right, Emma?
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I can't solve it or do any complaints on this person because they get ignored, what does that mean? Would that mean I might get triggered, Emma?
For years.
Yeah, and have to do things myself?
Somebody started to see things
So what's the
your
law
way
for,
when it comes to
everybody?
having a happy new beginning.
Unless you're on the
Something
list, I
being
guess.
over, because bad luck is hitting them already. They're like, oh my god.
Now, this part here, that's the part where they attack and go, oh, bad luck is hitting them. I guess no one wants to help them out. I guess they're getting a judge that doesn't want to listen. I guess that's bad luck. You could say that if you were using magic, say magic was real and that energy was real, and they can influence that. And you can do it with technology, as I've talked about, how they've got technology to give you headaches, shit yourself and all sorts of things, right? And scientists since World War II have been studying brainwaves and how to take over the mind and how could we tap in. And they've actually done it with some animals and able to use remotes, because the simpler the nervous system is, the easier to do it. But if they've done it, you just have to keep working on it and you'll get the higher nervous system, which is human beings. Scary, isn't it?
What you guys say, but it's hitting them and they like, oh my gosh.
So with those devices, you can pretend you're a wizard and stuff, but really it's just technology, okay, people? That's why I go Bart Simpson thing. Like New Age Bart Simpson's talking to the neighbour,
Yeah.
telling the
Somebody's
God.
supposed to learn a lesson so that they can come with you. I see you like, come on. Like you telling somebody, come on.
Yep, learn a lesson. Me putting up videos going, what's going on, to a certain group. But if you're blocked, that doesn't matter. But a person might talk about your thoughts.
And age, you know, doing other shit. Yeah. Compassion. Look, compassion, contract, and limitless possibility.
Do you believe, Emma, that I stick and do things I shouldn't do? And we just had an argument yesterday about you shouldn't try too hard, because every time I've tried, you seem to get people seem to get jealous and your life get worse. Have you seen that happen throughout my life a lot?
Yes.
Right? Definitely that I've had to border. Right? And I still get it today. Perhaps that's why I'm getting this situation now, people.
Could be a Virgo. You could be a Virgo. I see somebody like, come on.
Now, I've already talked about a Virgo in our life, so I'll just leave it there when it comes to that Virgo pervo.
Or like, come this way, or something like that.
And what has that Virgo done to you, Emma?
Manipulate me into giving out hurt.
Yeah. And she don't even want me to talk about him. Is that right? Yeah.
Somebody.
See, that's pretty hurt.
It's got something to do with a contract. Unmarked territory.
Now, if you knew someone can give out photos and pretty much does what you want, right, or did, would you try to get them back to try to get some more photos and things like that, or use friends to make an income if you're a person that posts that kind of thing? You would say yes, wouldn't you? Definitely once you realise the person has stopped, and Emma hasn't done anything now for him for, what, a couple of years now? About 3 and a bit years now, so they would be getting desperate, wouldn't they, when it comes to that kind of thing. Hey, anyway, let's keep on trucking.
Contract is unmarked territory. This is brand new. I ain't never seen this one before. You got a brand new contract, y'all. Brand spanking new. Okay? Unmarked territory. And we got the Garden of Venus here. Definitely. Somebody was straddled between two worlds at one point. Alright. When it came to compassion here, yeah, somebody gotta understand. Feast of plenty in their
Two worlds
consequences.
when it comes to compassion. Now that could be an investigator that goes and investigates like cheaters. They show cheaters and people get investigators to investigate stuff, right? And then they'll come up with answers. They'll be in two different worlds. I have to check their one out and what they've got to say and what they do, and the other one, right? Could be a police officer or just a good friend and someone.
Said this is somebody that wanted multiples or didn't know how to settle the family.
Multiples. Now, this guy, this Virgo, had a wife and talked about to Emma if they could have a multiple with the wife. What would you think about it? Huh?
Owner or something like that. Yeah, so whoever you are, we got rest and renew, okay? New beginning and compassion, protection of new future. Heart home. So something is built with love, care, kindness, time. This is beautiful.
Our relationship has been over a long time, coming up to 19 years now, since we wanted to be together. But we've had issues, moving issues, finance issues, and also depression issues and getting along issues is definitely after, cheating issues and stuff like that. And so it takes time to get somewhere. But I've been truth and honest about everything as I've been going through things, haven't I, Emma?
Yeah.
And kind, I still have her here, and I listen and understand things to make proper decisions, don't I?
Okay, and somebody is upset about this.
And I wish people do it for me. That's one of my biggest things I'm complaining about these days, isn't it, Emma?
Yeah.
It's facts. And it's in the Garden of Venus, so something is beautiful. And like, oh my God. It's so beautiful. Somebody knows something is beautiful. It's just giving, like,
I'm hoping to have a beautiful garden.
okay.
But my garden has paused at the moment because I don't think I want it here. But I can still make things to take somewhere else. Why I've got to wait here because at the moment I'm a pedophile, what do they call it? A dangerous man and a stalker, right? And I've got to stay at this place until 100 hours is done in the next year, and then we can make a decision where exactly we want to go. Because otherwise I've got to do it in Victoria, and I don't think that's far enough.
No more. They like, oh my God, this was meant to be. This was supposed to happen around Christmas or something like that. But a relationship was meant to be. Like somebody
Around Christmas.
It was meant to be.
That was the first time I posted up my dancing. Hey, Emma. When it comes to dancing, that was the first time I did that. But I was drunk. Remember that? At Christmas? In the shed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I posted up some
I had
dancing.
to think for a second.
Yeah. I just wanted to relate. What would I have done at Christmas first time? A couple of years back. As I was at that time, I was talking to people about my dancing, wasn't I?
Yeah.
As well. Right? And then I posted up one. I didn't want to show them exactly my dancing, but I thought, hey, I'll just show them something, see what I get. And all I got was nothing anyway. I got no response, so, and that was up for a while. But anyway.
I think you got a copyright as well.
Oh, I got a copyright just in there. There you go.
Okay.
But still, it still can be seen. It just doesn't have sound when it has copyright because of the music. And still no comment, you know what I mean? So still, I find it strange when it comes to the things I post. I've already talked about what I believe my fans are and why I get attacked by certain areas. Because if you are getting blocked in that area, you won't be attacked by these people or anyone overseas. You'll only be attacked by your local area. And guess who's attacked me on clips that are the lowest unrighteous clips when it comes to doing anything to them? Did not do anything to them except sit there and record them, right? Guess what happened? I got attacked. Isn't that right, Emma?
Yeah.
Right? While I was explaining about things about these thieves, and they can attack me on small clips so they don't find out they're thieves, you know, things like that. That's how I said. And I said that in the police interview and certain things like that.
Alright, we got cash flow and upgrade, okay? So cash flow, something had came to a complete end. It's like
I've got a couple of police interviews on CD.
So also, this person could be withdrawn or
I've been in
canceled.
twice,
They
so
could have
it's
signed for their contract, and they ain't know what
when
they
I had
was
to go in
doing
myself,
here. They thought something was sweet. Now they
turn
don't
myself
know
in,
they
remember?
here.
And
'Cause
then
they
I
had
got
to
done
break
on the
them
instant.
here. They're trying to find their life purpose here. Because whatever
Trying to find my
somebody
life purpose, yes, aren't we
did
all?
was like,
But then we have these certain things. The demon comes, as they say.
somebody's money could have came to a complete end.
Now, lately,
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of texts when it comes to trying to attack. So, if someone was trying to get someone's money to come to an end, there's a point there. But that can line up. See, when a lot of things line up, you go, right? And today's text's about a job, right? You start going, when things line up. And all you can do is go, and then wait and see, right? Because a lot of things take time to find out the real answer. Which is sad when it comes to certain things that you wish that could be just done now. You know what I mean? Means communication straight away. Back to you.
Or somebody paid a large lump sum of money.
But
here for
people who
something.
want to do a plan and trick will not communicate until their plan and trick happens, or they go away and stop bothering you so you can communicate.
Come to a complete end with somebody's new job, but the missing piece of somebody was desiring you around Thanksgiving for romance. They're having an
Now,
outright
these
experience.
groups, as cheaters talk about, try to get people jobs and try to sack other people so they can come in and take their husband or wife as they got no money, right? And go, well, their life ruined. Here's a job for you. Well, the job will convince you that their life is ruined, and then over time we'll get them because we'll make these things happen. And it's sad. It happens all the time. Terrorists even do it to get their terrorist outcome. And then you have these sex freaks and rich people doing tricks to get their outcome, everybody.
Because they try to figure out how you
That's why I go on hermit. Till people can talk to me, which I don't get nothing, to explain that this is not happening. That's how we will take things, true? You have your answer until you can get a different one.
you keep leveling up. Somebody trying to figure out how I'm doing all this. They doing all this magic. That's what they saying. Like, I'm doing all this magic.
Now,
And
if magic was true, could you get people to forget? Could it be a device to get people to forget, right, and then do things behind the scenes that they've talked about before when it comes to magic? Yeah? I believe magic is not true until you can test it and see it, which no one's ever proved. So if it is, they keep it hidden to use it over you. Or it's technology or a trick that can look like magic, but it technically ain't. You know?
I don't understand how they.
Some people might think, when I get into dancing, and I'll show you a bit later, that it could be magic, right? It could be something different. But when people can tap into things like we got Bluetooth now, it's not magic. It's just a different way of doing and perceiving things.
Like, what is going on? Okay?
Perhaps it's something, an upgrade that God gives you to keep doing a mission if you do ask for a righteous God. How long does it take? When do you know He's helping you? Does that take a while to figure that out? Things that we're in study on. But after 3 years, I've had my sayings and what I believe is happening. And if God makes you wait to the end, well, He certainly does that in this test if He's true. And that's sad. But I guess that's what happens when you're surrounded. When you're surrounded by people that are evil and also have free will and need to learn by the same God. You see? So you got to get a picture of why that might be happening.
It's like somebody keeps you ill over your
I was
life,
waiting for that.
thinking that that's now.
As
Somebody
if you wanted a lot of ads, you would have put a lot on if you knew people to watch you. It's how you make money. People will like money, will do.
Right now, for you, yeah, see, hidden intelligence.
Definitely the people don't care about how many ads you watch. So they don't really care about you, they care about the money. And if you're willing to do it, well, they'll do it. That's what it is like with everything in life. If you're willing to get tricked, you will be tricked. The government proves that to the people that they're constantly fighting about. It's everywhere. And these things learn from the best. And whatever, if it happens, they will copy and do. Oh, I want a girlfriend too. I've got money. You get it? I will join your group and help you out to do the things we want to get done. You get it?
So they're at a breaking
sick and sad, really.
Finding out something was your life purpose. So if they were trying to call you a phony, you don't really have a contract in the ethers. Somebody is realizing like by your level ups that you do because it's going in some sort of order, right? Like how do you see your growth? You started from the bottom, then you got
Growth. Now, in my thing, I talked about when you go to start something, you have to start from the bottom. That's why I'm about to stop it so it's not finished. Because if someone wanted to steal, they would want me to keep going, like Tesla did. Right? But I'm not. So I've started something that looks good, you can sort of use, but you won't really be able to prove it. It's like you hear all the ads these days. Oh, the energy this, and there's this out there, and there's this. It's just a whole bunch of talk. Where's the proof that we can do any of these such things? You know what I mean? And that's what I want to talk about and show you, as I've asked and prayed for certain things to help us when it comes to God, and so as other people in history, to get the stories that we've had before and to get a better world and to see something. We've already lost better worlds already when it comes to Nikola Tesla. If people listen to them and people went on his side instead of attacking him like they did, right, for money, which is why electricity costs so much money. That's why they attacked him. Look at all the money they made. You get it, people? We would have free Wi-Fi, electricity more than likely, because Tesla, if he worked out the Wi-Fi, he would have worked out how to power it all. That was his goal. But these people destroyed it for him and for everybody else. And that's history. Check it out. And it still continues today. How could we stop such things? Well, I'll let you know in the future if I'm still around. I've got some plans.
Watching the order of your life the way it's going, because then trying to find like some hidden hole.
And because your government doesn't do these plans to stop these things, your world sucks, doesn't it, people? Do you think Nikola Tesla's world could have been pretty cool? He showed and proved and demonstrated all you needed to do in his world was plug it into the ground. Go get it. Go get your light. Get your cord. He really showed it. Plug it into the ground and power to your device. Wouldn't that be a cool world?
Yeah.
But we don't have it because they believe they rather make money than share something and tax it through share, you know? That we all need it like water. That's why they can control water. They can do everything, people. How are we going to stop these people from doing all this? The government needs to do it.
You know,
Get me in the government.
gotta be something. They thought something was magic.
But of course, in such a government that wants to talk about that but not really achieve it and do facades and run around, wouldn't want me in it. No? And if you have team members, and what a good government is people that all want the job, but at least they'll work together and know who should be the person for the job. That's the government we need. Not I want the job and I want to give to him, or my mate does because I'm going to back him up. Because that's the real life we have today, and it's very sad.
Was or something like that. Somebody is pretty. Like, how you gonna just start off as a master magician? Make it make sense. I ain't never heard of that. Like,
Now, when you go to start something, like your own business, when someone first starts a business, usually what you pick first, if you go to pick something, the wisest decision, is to pick something you've already done. So someone becomes an apprentice, they finish their apprentice, they've learnt a lot, they go, well, I could probably do this job or something similar. So if you do floors, you don't have to do house floors, you can do building floors, you can do something similar, right? And so that's what I did 3 years ago. I got to a point where I went, all right, man, everyone knows this. I can't be a priest, but I certainly want to be spiritual, and there's certainly answers out there, isn't there? That's what I said. And I started my path. Now, when it comes to showing things, I haven't done art since high school. I've told Emma I need to be in a certain state or a certain feeling to want to succeed in something, right? Which is getting your vibe back to do art. Isn't that right, Emma?
Yeah.
Right? And I can sculpture too. I've got a dragon sculpture underneath the sink that sat there for a long time because I started something and then things happened and I stopped. And now I had to start again. But instead of doing sculptures, I had to make what I've got. I've got heaps of clay and all that kind of stuff. And I've been there before and I wanted to do something different when it comes to recycling. And so I started showing what we can do with recycling stuff, which is start from the bottom. And I showed doing it quickly, what could be made for a plaque or something like that with recycling. And then I've showed you when you get more materials and things, how you can still change, like Mr. Squiggle, which I keep bringing up. I like to use that, the Mr. Squiggle things. That's how you solve things sometimes and change things. He's thinking like Mr. Squiggle, right? And then you slowly upgrade. Now, if you wanted to steal, you would try to trick, deceive, try to get over someone and slow down someone so you can come in and try to steal what they got and then fill in the holes, try to make it your way, which some people have done with things, or wait until they've finished it and then take down your trick. Come in with whatever knowledge you got or whatever you want to do next. That's what they do. And if you know that, you can stop it. But if you never knew that, these type of plans will work out.
I ain't never heard of that. But whatever. But somebody wants to, discredit something for you. And if you are manifesting,
and like I said, that's what they did with Nikola Tesla. Discredit him. And they did it one time, if you want to look back, it makes me sad. This asshole who was a rich man that wanted to support him, but then Nikola Tesla didn't want to make as much money as the rich man. If you look at his story, that's what went down. He wasn't happy. He wanted to make more. It's a little bit like the filter thing. That filter could be for forever, you know that. But don't tell them that, Nikola Tesla. No, it has to be replaceable. More money, you get it? And because he didn't want to do that, they attacked him for everything that he had. And then they try to use his inventions, not as good as him. So we've got electricity, and the ways how he can do it, AC and DC and stuff like that, right? But just not the way he wanted to show it and present it. They twisted it, like I said, took a little and twisted it. So you got to make sure you don't get them too much. But I've noticed a lot of times since I've started, we're hearing things that we never heard since I've started, haven't you? And about what they're talking about on TV and pieces like that. It's the same thing I am, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? So I'll be reluctant to stop and then see how they go, eh? But if I keep continuing, I might see them continuing the same way I'm heading. And so to find out if that's true is to stop. Huh? And give them stuff that won't help them. In fact, talk about them. If Nikola Tesla just talked about the bad guy, he wouldn't have to use his own shit about himself, would he? And another reason too, if you wanted to do this kind of stuff, how would you try to block that? Those ads can help if certain people agree with you on certain things. Yeah. It's easy, isn't it? It's what I call using loopholes to get you covered. Doing wrong things that they don't know because it's loopholes. Hey, you don't know I'm doing that.
So whatever somebody got in their Venus energy, this could be a challenge.
Because, you don't know about cheaters, you don't get learnt by about cheaters. You're going to fall for cheaters, hey people. So it's always good to learn. And in a lot of areas, people don't know about certain things because they haven't got time to sit there, figure out, or learn. And if they know you haven't got time to do all that, they will do the trick onto you. They can. Because you're not learning. It's like you're the person that doesn't know the magic trick.
Example. Somebody with a Gemini Venus has a hard-ass time in a commitment. Okay? If you trying to get with somebody with a Gemini Venus, you just best get ready to be like
that's got nothing to do with our story. But that could be to do with someone trying to come into the story. So that kind of thing you have to wait till later.
Because in their mind, they're just having fun. They're social, they want to talk to people, they want to do this, they want to do that,
So that's good.
Bored easily.
So a person that attacks a person could do all that, couldn't they? But a person who's getting attacked would be the opposite. In fact, when people who attack get away with it, it encourages them to keep going or do more, which is what I talked about when it comes to why police need to do their jobs, because otherwise they make things worse. I agree with police need to do their jobs,
for example,
but they also need to do it efficiently, which I've got plenty to talk about. That they don't. They more follow scripts and stuff.
Especially if they trust you. Especially if they have this good trust with you, right?
I wanted to earn trust to the police by doing what they say not to do on the internet, as police can twist things, which I've realised they can, right? And they do. But I always give trust first to things. People might say bad things about people, but I don't believe it until I can find out myself. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Because if it's true, you'll find out pretty quick. Definitely if you already know. I have a feeling.
Somebody's not. So somebody in it, say back to that Gemini.
And now I've done that, and they twisted it and didn't want to listen and research, and instead attacked me on what they could. I do not trust police. Plus, they didn't even take in any of my complaints, and that's why I've reported it. That someone needs to go check out their job. They're failing their job.
They had a contract. Their contract ain't gonna say, "Oh, it's about growth and abundance and this and that." It's about a lesson. Like it's really a lesson for them to learn to be faithful, learn to.
So when they come in and do these things and make the other guy look bad or the other person, they can also feel good by saying, well, that guy shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have allowed that person to get bored so I can come in and steal your woman. It's a little bit like that. It's pretty crazy, eh? But that's how they be able to do it. That's why they do things, because they feel good to do it. When bad people are doing things, you go, they haven't got a heart. That's just the way they are.
Make mature decisions, right? Because they can be either way.
And if they believe they can get away with it, which when it comes to cheaters, they keep on cheating until they get caught, usually. Same similar thing. Bad guys keep doing what they do.
That's why they Geminis, unfortunately.
What stopped me from being a thief when I was a kid? Getting caught a bit at the end. Right, helped out a lot. Besides starting to feel bad. Right? Good to learn that kind of thing when you're a kid. And a country town helped me that because I felt for the people in the town, knew them a bit more.
You know, but it's like they say, they two-faced it, stuff like that. So just imagine one in a relationship, especially if they shitting their Venus. Right? And it's like that. That's just how they are. They're the zodiac, like Mercury rules Gemini. So it's like, of course they're gonna be expressive. Of course they're gonna want to talk to a lot of people. Of course they're gonna have that.
That's what I'm doing right now. Expressive. But what can that get you? Could be your worst nightmare, people.
One track, well, that
depends on where you are. The people that use you, you'll soon find out. Be expressive. You'll find out you like us. It's your worst nightmare. Get out of there, or be like them.
Like ADHD energy, like they can't keep, they not gonna be able to.
Yeah, I used to have ADHD, but I grew out of it a long time ago before I even left home. Family could talk about that. ADHD just really needs education and a bit of love, and you'll find that it goes away, right? In a lot of cases it doesn't, but when it comes to a lot of these things, they're not really proven anyway. But anyway, we'll keep trucking. I'll talk about that situation in another clip, which I have a little bit already.
But somebody is not, so that's the differences. I don't know why I just had to explain that to somebody, but that's what somebody is trying to figure out. Why? It's because of your placements, okay? You could have a strong ass moon placement. This is unmarked territory.
Now, moon placement. If you had a strong moon placement and there was something real to energy and strong moon placement, how would you know? Did you just look up paperwork, old stories? Or could you have signs that it shows you what you fit into? Now, recently, I've showed you a little round moon at the top here that comes off my art piece that I made. So without that art piece, there wouldn't have been one. And then recently, I went to go fix something and remove the fan and shown you another moon that was naturally already there. I haven't touched anything. Have you seen me go on the roof, try to tamper around, make these moons up, Emma? No. It's like, how much signs do you need, people? I know my answers. But proving it to others with demons around, with fake areas that they believe they are, good luck on it, eh? I'll try to give out free electricity when people already own their sector. They will come in and block you, wouldn't they? You're taking our bread, they will say. They won't even get the concept of trying to be nice. Or what you're doing. And perhaps if you come and join me, I'll give you a job, but they rather attack before they even speak to you about it. That's their type of people. Good people will speak always first. You know they had a heart in some way before they decided to do something different. You know what I mean? Oh-do-do-do. Now, hopefully, none of these things cause a problem. We'll soon find
You
out,
thought
eh?
isolating you would make a difference, but it didn't.
Because I know it takes a bit of time or something. You can get away with a few seconds.
July 25th could be significant. July 21st, 70.
Now, when they do this, only that can relate to you. It's why you meant to comment back. If they were such a real function, you know.
57.
And that's why they don't know answers either. Even though these type of people will try to believe that they want to work out everything and they believe they can, they won't. That job takes 2 to tango. And even up to 3 in certain ways you want to do it to get it right. But you believe what you want to believe, okay? You really do. I believe you should research before you want to believe anything. You can go, oh, there might be something different, let's have a look. But don't believe until you know that it's the closest thing to the truth of what you're trying to work out. And you stick with those people. That's why I try to look for a certain team. If it's these people or a certain... I don't watch these people now anymore because they don't answer. It's what I've been talking about. I'm finishing up now, giving you little points about why I wouldn't, how it relates, how I connected with it, what I've learnt from it. Right? They're not going to be gone. I don't relate to them anymore. They don't communicate, so that's not me. And then when it comes to watching religion things on there, they don't talk about their newer stories or much great things. This is what we're going out to try to change the world. All they mostly do is just read scriptures every day and go, yeah, give us a comment about the scripture. That's not me. I can read a scripture. I've been reading scriptures whenever I want. And so that group I don't need to join, you see. So where do I fit? So far, just by myself. Right?
The vision of beauty. Come on, man. 7 of Pentacles, they talking about that Venus energy. And this 25 breaks down to a 7. Like, listen, okay?
What was 25 today, everybody?
Okay, they need some milk energy.
I could tell you a few things, even on the news.
Coming towards you. Somebody
Certain things seem to happen the days I hear about it the most. But anyway, that's my thing. A lot of these things are for the chosen ones only, as they say. Yourself.
Judgments, and even in this deck, Hermit is in the reverse. Somebody's like, I did not see that, yo. I did not see that.
Yeah, what did they say? I did not see that?
Somebody could have lied to this person.
That's why I'm doing a video now. To try to help people, do you see? That I see. And if you don't, what do you see? Besides Millie. Which is the thing I'm talking about, that these people's mascot. Pretty odd, hey, to say that at that time. What do you see? And here comes their mascot.
Okay. And the vision of beauty and triumph. Like, come on. Like, you are, like... And somebody knows this, that you was protected
Now,
here.
what do you believe they're trying to do to me now? I know. And I'll let you know a little bit later. But time tells things. They're getting desperate for me to snap. So what would you do behind the scenes, and you're a bad guy so you can, to make someone snap? If you knew they do things to calm them down, you'd probably go there and stop it. So they go for a walk down the park, you'd close down the park, things like that, eh people? If you could be a rich dude, you'd be stupid not to try to get an outcome.
Ancestors here. Yo,
and that's what these people are doing at the moment. I'll discuss it later.
First millionaire energy, your family,
because they're controlling and want their outcomes.
Okay.
In fact, if they were loving and fair, they would find that actually you might even just get their outcomes. But if you don't, if you go approach and bully and force things like I talked about when it comes to cigarettes and things, you might find that people will retaliate and have more problems and talk about more problems that you're creating by trying to help them. No better.
Something about
like government's trying to help you about inflation, but they're not trying to help the cigarette people paying more money for cigarettes. They believe that the inflation doesn't matter and that they might not be feeding their kids because they want them to quit cigarettes. You get it? You get they're stressful. You get it? They're not helping at all. They make it worse. And I'm happy to debate the government when I get in there. Probably why they don't want me in everywhere. You're starting to get it? I get it. They're not fair. They're not what they say they are. In fact, they'll use your words that might sound cool that you use to benefit them. But they won't be it. They'll just show for a while. Just look back in politics. They say the same thing to get in. We'll fix this, we'll fix that, but nothing ever gets fixed. There's the point. And they'll have plenty of bullshit to say. 'Cause if you can speak long enough and confuse, you can lead things, people will forget, people won't care, and you can get away with a lot.
Damn, it's a lot of obstacles.
And that's what they do best out there. But just check it out. You ever got time to do it?
A message that they got, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, that caused you to do something impulsively here, thinking that they was going to get something. The obstacle is the Ace of Cups, love, a union. Seven of Wands was blocked, a union has
That's what
been
they
blocked.
thought they were going to get. But it got blocked. But they won't stop. So they'll go, oh, another plan. These things usually never stop until they change. And what makes them change is getting caught. So how are we going to stop them, everybody? Perhaps let's get them caught. And they're the people I'll attack. You don't worry about attacking people with what they've done before, but they've stopped. You want to fix the welfare, you attack the ones that are still doing things. And then after that, you want to have time and want to show another point. Then you can attack other people if you deserve that they've attacked with no reason. Right? And then get your payback later. But first, you've got to get it to stop what's happening. And the government's failing that in a lot of areas. And yet they're attacking. First, they should work on stopping it. But anyway.
Wow. So somebody like this, they have already been told they are to the next lifetime. They should have done. It's a done deal. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Wow. Narrow the judgment for causing a delay. No delays. You're good.
This will be the last time I'm doing this. I've done this several times and had some in my video diary. But I thought I'll let you see this one before I completely go. As we change, you see things wind down, which I've been doing. And then all of a sudden it chews off all the time. You know what I mean? And I've done what I need today here. And if I ever run into them, I've got plenty of video and things to say to show them to speak about. You see? Till then, it's not worth speaking about as you can't speak to them. It's like trying to talk to a fake god that says it's real but you can't communicate. What's the point?
Spiritually, damn, I see the rising of the phoenix in here. Alright.
And you find out that you can't communicate because everything you speak, nothing happens. So you communicate. Bye bye. Hey, Bubbas.
They were supposed to bring harmony here so that they can have the evolution that they were.
Hey, I wonder what people said when I did the yell test. Because you were being annoying, but I thought, hey, what happens if I just yell at them? Will they give me a message? Right? What happens if I add this to it? Will I get some? Get nothing. You know how you know you get bullied? Or someone's trying to... I guess you just get nothing, wouldn't you? Except bullying. When they want to bully every now and then, they throw something smart ass out, as I talked about with the Steve messages. Right? Even though I ask them not to reply, they try to talk like they're there to help me or something. They're that weird. They think I'm stupid. Some shit. But really, all they are is just shit stirrers, and they're good at that. I do agree that they do shit stir people. Right? Definitely, if they're around and you can keep seeing them and hearing them. Right? Well, here comes the shit stirrer. You know what I mean? It's not a good feeling to have. That's why people move and stuff. It's like kids at school that couldn't get rid of the shit stirrer because the teachers just go, oh, just get over it. You know what I mean? Oh, okay.
Knows that your future is safe. It's protected. Maybe we have that honey. You definitely did the work.
I'll get over it that you can't stop them from flashing my head down the toilet, calling me nasty names in the background. You got no proof. Yeah, teacher, I'll just get over it. Thank you. By knowing that we're not safe and can't talk to teachers or the law. You know, that's how it rolls. They do quite well, don't they, everybody? And yet all these sectors, what are we here to today? They're still like that, aren't they? For a lot of people. You wonder why. Because the group grows up and continues. Gets away, continues. But if they don't get away, they can't continue, can they? But if they get away with it, and the risk is the reward's bigger than the risk or the bad things, like people dumping pollution, they make way more money than they get fined, you see. So they're going to keep dumping. You get it, people? I hope you do. Because I'm so over talking to certain people, trying to give them points. Like, okay, they don't get this, they must be ants. Or they're things I'm talking about. So either one, bad outcome, eh? That's how you get your answers, people.
So somebody could be getting sick now? Because they betrayed you or something like that?
And I only need to know my answer if I'm going to get into a certain field, eh, everybody? If I do make it there.
Yeah, they're under judgment.
Because it's up to what I know.
Yeah,
I know
and
the truth,
causing
and that's
the
what
delays,
matters.
like, you're supposed to be
I know
there.
outcomes,
So they got
and that's what
snake,
matters.
you got
I know
scorpion,
tests
snake,
as
and
I've done it
horse,
personally, and I know what I've done
okay?
and the outcomes we
The
got.
hangman. They were trying to cause delays for your stability, for your great work.
And you know what the last outcome is, which is scariest at the moment, which I've been training for? If they can't get you or get you to join, they will kill you. That's the world we live in. And if you got a system and they know that you can't go to the police, what does that mean even more in movies, people? Shit, you better know how to defend yourself. And don't you worry, I do. And if I die, it's okay, because I reckon I'll give them a pretty good fucking fight if they kill me and not die themselves. Okay? That's what you call freedom and being independent, isn't it? What you call a pussy is the person goes, I'm super scared, I can't even defend myself. When you go to defend yourself and go in battles, you're stupid not to be scared, because you don't know what's going to happen. But you certainly know that you'll give a hell of a fight, and that's what makes you strong.
What's the hangman? Hangman thieves.
Anyway, I'm going to finish up soon, because she'll get to an ending script where she says a lot of the same thing, which I've talked about before. And I'm about done with talking about this clip. I've showed you a fair bit and talked about it. Because you know what they would try to use? Some idiot would try to copy this and do exactly the same thing to try to show and steal my point. Right? So I'm not going to give it 100%, as if they do that and later on I can still speak, I will show that I can show the point even better than what I did. And more of them. And what have they got? So if they haven't learnt, all they've got is a script. Oh, this one moment, I didn't get to see the rest. See? That will lose. Like when it comes to my dance and stuff like that, when people go, it's magic. Well, I'll go, if it is, that means I can only do it certain times and you'd see me do something before I can dance. And that's not true, and I'll show that in the future once I get into it. I'd be happy to do that.
Definitely the left eye.
Right, if people think it's weird or how do I get that style and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Something different. You gotta prove it. I earned it. Thought about it. Over time. Practice. How long did I dance for every night for hours for a year or so? Hey, Emma. That's what you call practice. Would you need to do that if you were doing magic? Of course you wouldn't. Right, same with learning knowledge. How many years have I got watching documentaries and people know? 10, 15, easy, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. No magic. But these people would like to use any excuse, like the dude that's in the church and goes, they're going to eat your babies. I want you to come and ask me some questions, then I'm going to say, no, don't. Because they're deceivers. They're tricksters. They're bullshit artists. And in that clip, they show themselves to Louis how much of that they are. And then later on, they get upset that they look bad. Pretty weird, eh? But it's the truth of how they roll. Then they'll even try to sue. Probably ask Louis Theroux what they probably would have said. Bet you I was close. Because they were probably hoping it would work out for them. They hope that people are dumb and they can trick you like they've tricked many others before. Lucky we're all different, eh? And differently educated. Otherwise these beasts could get further into their tricks. Succeed more. Yep. When it comes to this story and these people, I couldn't join them. I wouldn't have to trust them on lots of things. Even if they're not part of it, certain people can make things happen for others. When a group bashes you and keeps you locked up and you've got a corrupted area that supported them, it doesn't mean the whole world's like that, but they can turn you into something where you don't want to be anymore. there's a movie where the lady is good at investigating. And she got attacked by one of their murderers. She comes to hammer because of the incident she went through and knows what the world's like. And once you go through it, right, and knew it was like that, and then go through it, it makes you go, shit, maybe I shouldn't be so faithful in believing something's going to save me besides myself.
You love yourself, or
You lose that faith.
Queen of Cups have an entire moment.
Besides showing you that you don't have that faith.
Power.
That it's up to you to protect yourself and take risks if you want to do that. As Kennedy and plenty of God people have proven that theory, as they've been killed, as the faith didn't save them. And some people might say perhaps they wanted to die or they went to a better place. Whatever rocks your boat, I say, because words can twist anything.
To have a one-night stand with the Emperor so that they can move forward here. Yeah.
So,
the truth is,
how people
I feel
usually like to trap people is they want to have the sex a lot, one-night stands, that's what I'm saying, so they can do this plan. And usually when it comes to women, they want to have one night stand to get pregnant, because once they're pregnant, they've got the man forever now. They can annoy him, they can try to get money. And same with the man, some men get women pregnant just so they can be in their life, and it's a similar thing. Sad, isn't it? But it's true. And I know people have done it, met them and seen it happen. In my life.
maybe they know that they can heal
And then
her,
these
yo.
people later on go, I don't want the kid and all this thing, and then it's a big kid problem, and in the end both parents don't want the kid. I've been in that shoes where I felt not loved just like that because the parents going through issues.
From anxiety. Something about your energy is very healing here. Being around you is like the Garden of Venus.
We're just trophies to these people in the end. Definitely if they've got other trophies to worry about, you know what I mean? I've got another trophy, you know?
For some healing, but
Don't worry about you
they
anymore.
want to see you, hang out with
You're
you,
the old
something,
trophy.
You're afraid.
And you complain too much, so I've got this one here now.
Okay, it's 9 of
But
Wands.
where's the love, people?
Yeah, because somebody tried to cause some sort of imbalances here because they thought you was going to give up. Right?
So they do all this attack. Why am I giving up now? Well, I've been attacked already so much, they might actually get what they want. I guess it depends on when these certain stories happen. It must have to end soon for me not to give up, you know what I mean? But I tell you, I'm giving up. And when they come back, I'll be saying they have to do a lot of... It'll be a few years before I come back the way I first approached. When people first fuck up, better way of putting it. If they've got a chance.
This Swords, 10 of Wands. You see that?
So you can call that major delays.
What's the 9 of
And they
Wands
cause
here?
it. Not only for themselves, but for others, if others can
Sorry,
benefit.
y'all know the place 'cause they wouldn't stop
And so when that happens, these people get into trouble because I go see them.
9 of Wands.
So I'm ready. Go see them. They stopped it. You go see them, and they will fix it for you. Go see them. See what ads they'll give you. They get plenty of money on their ads. You know what I mean? Go see them.
3 of Wands here.
They're the best.
They
Stuff
didn't
like that.
believe that you were going to be single like this, or this dependent, or single, self-sufficient, and independent like this. Pure
Groups
and
don't like that either.
Pure and clear intentions.
This clip I'm doing right now,
And now they
what do you call
scared
it?
of something.
You know what I'm going to call it? Last number test. And I don't expect anything to happen. I really don't, because I've talked about how they don't stop until a physical outcome. So I've got plans with lawyers and certain things if you need to. In other areas, right, you don't do the same thing in the same area. It'd be a joke to me to try to use people around this area that are getting attacked, right? I've already tried it, doesn't work. When I try to see lawyers here, actually I get, oh, we're too busy, a few weeks wait. Right, just all the things added up. So why bother? And then when you see it all, you go, now I get why that happened. Now I'm waiting for the next trip. I'm on a medical certificate at the moment, but there is little loopholes and things that they can do because I'm on probation, as you call it, where they try to come in and say I'm not doing something or meant to do something. And I've been doing a lot of records because I'm expecting that. And when it does, unless they hide me and they might as well just come and kill me, as they say then, I've got plenty of proof to show them what went down if they want to see it. But so far when I've gone to do this to this court system in this area, they don't see. So it's scary, isn't it? That's what you call North Korea corruption. They just do. They try to tell the world they've got these free rights, but they really don't. You know what I mean? Only their soldiers there. Guess who it must be close then? One of these soldiers, you get it? Because if you attack its soldier, they hit you with all 4 force. But if that soldier attacks you and abuses you, steal, attack, they don't get anything. You get it? North Korea style, everybody. Alright, here comes the script. So I'm going to leave it there. And have a good one, everybody. See ya.